Hey YouTube, it's iPhone Ty coming to you again today to do another video tutorials. Specifically, we are going to be talking about poor Wi-Fi signal on GSM iPhone 4s. Now guys, I have been buying, selling, unlocking, jailbreaking, repairing, converting, pretty much everything that has to do with iPhones and Apple devices for quite some time now. So I've run into a lot of different issues. I'm actually going to be throwing together some short tutorial videos to show you guys how to fix some of the most common problems that I run into on a daily basis. Now today I was actually called out to do a repair on a guy's iPhone who had gotten a color conversion done on his phone. When he got it back, he realized that the Wi-Fi signal was poor. In fact, he said it was so poor that he had to stand above his wireless router in order to even get a signal, and even then it was very poor. So obviously there was an issue. I went out there in about 3 minutes. I was able to diagnose the issue and have the problem fixed. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to fix that today. Now, first off, we've got my iPhone 4 GSM. Now, typically this isn't an issue with the CDMAs or the iPhone 4Ss. They kind of redesigned them to be a little bit better. But anyway, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and remove the back. Now, in order to do this, there's 2 screws in the bottom. It's very easy to do, but there's 2 screws in the very bottom of the phone. Now, with iPhone 4s, you're going to have 2 different types of screws. If you have an older iPhone 4, it'll be a regular Phillips screw. You can use a regular Phillips screwdriver. Eyeglass screwdrivers work well. If you have a small screwdriver, then you can go ahead and remove it using that. Some of the newer versions of iPhone 4s, like within the last year and a few months, are they have pentalobe screws in them. Now, the pentalobe screw is a little star shape. Apple did that so that people weren't opening their phones and tampering with them. Anyway, so if it has a pentalobe screw in it, you will want to make sure to use a pentalobe screwdriver. I picked this one up on eBay for about $4. The problem is if you try and use a regular Phillips screwdriver or flathead to get that out, you will strip it out and then you'll have a much bigger problem on your hands. So make sure spend the time and spend the money to do it right so that you're not running into bigger issues. Okay, so once you get those out, you slide the back up just by putting pressure and sliding up like so, and then the back will release, exposing the internals. Now, where the issue is actually right up at the very top of the phone. I've already removed the 5 screws from this heat shield. Again, just so I'm not wasting any of you guys' time, the first thing you want to take a look at when you open up the phone is make sure that all those screws are in there, especially this top one. This is your Wi-Fi screw. If it's not there, then that's probably your issue. This is what the screw looks like. It's a much longer screw than the rest of them, but essentially it makes a connection through right here down into your metal bezel, and then it uses this metal bezel as your antenna. So if that connection's not being made, then you're going to have poor Wi-Fi signal. So yeah, again, look for that first off. If that's there, it may be another issue. And you'll need to actually remove the heat shield in order to identify this. But if you take a look right here, you've got this little silver metal partial ring that sits right there. Now that can easily be taken off, and I'm going to show you the function of that right now. Now guys, when you're taking out the screws out of the top, make sure that you keep track of where every one of these screws go. They're all different sizes. They need to go back in their respective places. But anyway, so once you get this off and you take a look, if you take a look at this ring right here, we'll flip it around to the bottom. You'll notice that this ring has a little area right here that's actually embossed outwards. Now that part of this ring makes connection with the motherboard, and I'll go ahead and show you where it makes a connection. If you take a look, you've got a little golden dot or circle right there. That's actually where it makes a connection to the motherboard. It goes through that little ring. When you tighten down your screw, it makes a full connection from the motherboard to the screw, down through this hole into your metal bezel mid-frame, and then turns your mid-frame into the antenna. So if any of those connections are lost, you're going to lose your Wi-Fi signal. Now the best thing to do, if you went ahead and did a conversion yourself, or you fixed your screen, or you did some type of repair on your phone, and that piece is missing, you need to go back to where you were doing the work at and find it. I'll show you guys. This thing is so easy to take off, and it's very, very, very tiny, extremely easy to lose. So if you were doing it and you noticed this afterwards and you kind of just disregarded it as not being an important piece, it is a very important piece. You need to go back and find it. If you can't find it, you can buy a new one on eBay. I'm sure there's other places online where you can buy them. but you do need this in order to complete that full connection from the motherboard to your Wi-Fi antenna. Now, I'm sure I've never tried it before. I kind of keep some of these on hand just in case I run into this issue. So I was able to repair the guy's phone. It was actually missing this piece. I was able to repair it because I had that piece. If you don't have the piece, I'm sure that you could probably figure out some way to wing it using a small piece of wire. If you take a wire and you strip off everything but just a few metal strands of the wire, you could probably wrap it around the screw and then have it wrap around the bottom and connect somehow to there. I'm sure it can be done. Once that connection's made, then it will go ahead, then it will fix that issue and you'll get proper signal. Again, guys, I hope this helps. Be very careful when you're pulling apart your phones. They're very delicate. And if you guys have any more questions or ideas for other videos that I can do, please let me know. Please comment. Please go ahead and like this video if you do like this video. Positive feedback is always appreciated. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for your time, and good luck. Thank you.